Good evening everyone, welcome to day 18 of Super September. So today I'm going to walk down these grass bits on Station Road all the way down to basically the flyover. I'm going to cross the road twice. There's a bus stop down the road where I did do a video and it's a bit grubby, and then there's a little inlet on the other side of the road which has been part of a few other videos. I just want to check it out while I'm here. It's usually the pits, to say the least. I can already see like some dumped suitcases and whatnot there, and a big box further down. So the council have cut the grass recently, and there's just thousands of little pieces which I'm not going to bother with. So I'll just concentrate my firepower on what I can pick up here, and we'll take it from there. So thank you for joining me, guys. Welcome to day 18. And let's get to work. So as I said, guys, it's just thousands of pieces of shredded litter here, just thousands of pieces. I think I said on another video that I spent hours one day picking up loads of shredded litter. Well, this was the route I done it on. I think it took me 3.5 hours just to get up to the flyover, which is about 400 yards away. There's not a cat in hell's chance I'm going to be doing that today. I'm just going to get the worst of it and just keep moving on. Otherwise this video would be 19 hours long. And that's not my plan for Super September, so let's just get the worst of it, guys, and keep moving along in the meantime. As I said, there's a couple of little ins and outs I want to try and get to as well. But this does bug me. I mean, I've had a busy day at work again. I've had a really busy day. I've been on my feet all day. I sort of need this in a way, just to calm down a bit and just gather my thoughts. So yeah, so I'm going to walk along the grass bits, and then afterwards, which I am going to include as part of the bag total, guys, but I'm not going to record it, otherwise the video will be 19 days long. I will just carry on litter picking, and then what I shall do after I've carried on litter picking is take some pictures of all the bags I get, and then what I'll do is I'll include that in the total. I believe at the moment we're on about 130 odd bags off the top of my head. I've got it written down somewhere, but I can't remember. I think it's 135 or 136, something like that. So we are really just running up a nice little score here without going mad. And that's sort of a couple of days as well where I only got a few bags of litter, like in New York and in London recently, where I only got about 8 bags in 2 days. But they are sort of novelty litter picks, so it's not all about the grand total. If I wanted to get a grand total, I could just do all the areas around me, and I could get 1,000 bags in 30 days if I picked specific places. So as I said, it's not all about that. But look, this is what I'm on about, guys. Look, so the mower's just shredded one Kentucky Fried Chicken box into this, yeah. And as I said, years ago I spent ages picking up every piece, but there's not a cat in hell's chance I'm going to be doing that today. So I'm just not that keen, or not that stupid, one or the other. So I'm just going to get the worst of it, guys, and then I'm just going to keep moving on along the grass bit until I get up to the flyover. So leave me to this for a little bit, and I'll see you further up the road. Right, guys, I'm about halfway along this first section of this grass bit. There's just absolutely thousands, tens of thousands of just little bits, guys. Tens of thousands. Try and look back. I've done the best I can on it. I've missed some. I openly admit I missed some. It looks a lot better, but I can't be doing every piece like this. As I said, I've just been here absolutely hours. So I'll tell you what I am going to do, guys. I've just got a few more myths and fact things to finish off, so I'm going to keep flashing them up. I've got about 4 or 5 more just to get them off my iPad, which is absolutely full of pictures and whatnot to flash up and things that I've just been downloading for the channel. So Right, what I'll do is I'll put that, I tend to put this here, guys, nowadays. The council see it more if I just put it here, and I'll take a quick picture and then I can report this to the council. There you go, quick picture. So I just keep flashing up these myths and facts at the moment, guys. I just want to finish them off. I'll get up to this little end bit here. It certainly does look better, although not perfect. Much better. I can live with that. When I come back here in about 2 weeks time, if it hasn't rotted, I'll make an effort to come and do it and try and finish off what I can. So in the meantime, I'm just going to keep cracking along this grass bit. I've got a funny feeling that the next grass bit's going to be identical, just zillions of pieces of shredded litter, which will be frustrating to say the least. I mean, you can pick up loads and I've still only got probably less than a bag, and I feel like I've picked up a zillion pieces of rubbish so far. Never mind, I'll keep fighting in the meantime. I'll keep fighting. We'll get onto this next piece of grass. Oh yeah, it's just as bad. It's just as bad. This is going to be a constant thing, guys, at the moment. Just absolute tons of shredded litter. Oh, look at it. Tons of it. Right, guys, I'll just keep battling away at the moment. I'll just finish off these myths and facts. I'm not looking forward to this, I've got to be honest, in the slightest. But I'll do what I can. As I say, I'll do what I can. And then what I shall do, as I said at the end of the video, I'm going to basically... I'll get picked up, you bugger. I'm going to just basically go up. Now I'm going to come back and go up this side street. So in the meantime, leave me to it again, guys, and I will catch you a little bit further down the road. There you go, guys. You might recognise that fence line along there. That's from my Mine's Bigger Than Yours video. Then I done a follow-up to it, which has disappeared off my channel. So I don't know where it went. All I know is it's completely disappeared. After about 3 days of being broadcast, it got about 1,200, 1,300 views, maybe a bit more even. And then I was in America for this wedding that I went to. I didn't have my pad with me because whilst I was in America, there was a couple of videos that I thought I'd release while I was there and they didn't come out. So, as I said, I don't know what's gone on there, but what I do know is that second one called Mine's Still Bigger Than Yours just completely disappeared off my channel. So it's not on the pad or nothing. I said to Lauren, do you know what's happened to that? How it can just disappear after I've broadcast it? She said, no. She said, have you deleted it? I said, no. I know full well I haven't. She said, I've no idea. Someone did say it had some music on it and it might have got deleted for copyright. Some music that some of you didn't like. Hey, how dare you not like my music? Anyway, so yeah, that's that fence area, guys. There must be here though, there must be 50,000 bits of shredded litter here, guys. I'm just trying to concentrate on the bigger bits, the worst of it at the moment. As I said, I could be out 5 hours otherwise doing this today and some, and I'm just not prepared. I'm not that bothered about this area, if I'm being honest. I mean, I just don't get why they don't have some coordination though, the council, why they just don't think, oh, we're cutting the grass there today, let's be a good idea to litter pick, instead of just turning it into shit. Look, there's more of it here, guys. Look, how are you supposed to pick up this, honestly? How are you supposed to pick up all this? Look, you need a vacuum cleaner. Forget that. There you go, that's my token effort for it. Oh, let's get that as well. It's just crazy. It's absolutely crazy. I've probably picked up over 1,000 pieces so far of litter, and I've still not filled up the first 2 bags because it's just so much little pieces. My arms actually, even with these tongs, my hand's starting to ache just because of the sheer volume of me squeezing the trigger and doing that. Look. So I'll tell you what I did want to speak about, guys. So obviously, as I said, it's a little while ago now, we got back from the USA. I had another friend go to the USA, and I went on Flight Tracker, or one of them that I've got, Flight Tracker I think it is. And I thought, oh, I wonder where his plane is, I'll have a look for it. And I just sort of looked. I'm going to share this picture with you. This was how many planes were flying over the Atlantic. Now it is a little bit deceptive, because in this picture the planes are 50 miles long, and we know they're only 50 meters sort of long or so on average. Maybe a bit more on average, but you know, not much more. And so the picture does make it seem a little bit deceptive. But look at all these planes, guys, flying over the Atlantic from one side, from Europe to the USA, or vice versa. Unbelievable amount of traffic, of air traffic. They do say apparently there's at least, at any given time, there's at least 1 million people in the air at any given time. But that'll do for that, guys. I'm really not gonna bust myself up over not getting every piece of this and some. Just nuts. This is absolutely nuts. I'm trying to get this stuff that won't rot, really, like this polystyrene and whatnot. As I said, I will come back in a couple of weeks and see how it's getting on, see how it's progressed. I might have a bit more of an effort at picking up these smaller bits, but we'll just see, as I said. In the meantime, guys, what I'm going to do is just cross the road. There's that little inlet here that I've done, and I want to see what it's like. Once I get there, you'll know exactly where I am. For those who have been watching my videos for a long period of time, you'll think, oh right, he's there, okay. So let me just do a little bit more here, guys, and then what I shall do is cross the road. Bob's your uncle, Fanny's your aunt, and all that. And then, tedious, this is really tedious. What I shall do is see what it's like over there. So I'll meet you over the road, guys. There you go, guys. So this is what happens when, obviously, I've cleaned this fence line twice. I won't be doing it today. I'm just showing you how it builds up again. Look, I don't think I'm going to really bother with it anymore. It's just a complete waste of time, to be honest. Just get the odd token bit out just to relieve the worst of it. I'm just going to go and show you around the little inlet, guys. And it's horrific. Look at it. Look. So I'm going to give this a clean in the meantime. I'll dig a little bit out here. I'm not going to bother with that fence line. I don't even think I'll bother again with it, to be honest. It's just a complete waste of time. But in the meantime, let's at least tidy this up, put it in some sort of order. This is what it's like. This is why London has just become an absolute shithole. Absolute shithole. Third world shithole. No matter how many times you clean it, it just turns into this. So yes, I'm having a moan, ain't I? I suppose I've got good reason to have a moan. I need to vent a little bit, guys. You're getting the full vent today. So what I shall do is just clean this up. Then what I'm going to do is just go across the road and dump the bags. And there's a little bit across the road that I didn't show you earlier. And what I'm going to do is just tidy that up as well. And then I'm going to continue up a little bit more. And yeah, look at this. Look at it, look. Just used as a dumping ground, look. Absolute bastards. Just filthy bastards. That's all I can say. Misuse of the verbal moralities, misuse of the verbal moralities. So guys, I will just put another bag on. Just give this a bit of a clean up. Look at it, it's absolutely filthy. So let me clean that up guys, and then I'll catch you across the road in a minute for you, or less than a minute. Right guys, there we have it. That's taken me about 20 minutes. It's sort of 99% clean. There's a few little small bits here, but I can't be arsed with them. It's all mixed up with all the plants and whatnot. So I'll call that a day. That's definitely a big improvement on it. I think there's 4 bags as well there guys. Look, I'm up to 4 bags. I think what I'm going to do real quickly is just get a few of these out along this fence line. Won't take me a minute. I'll just clean it a little bit. Could have done with Big Dick today, really, for this. I'm only going to just do this first little section here, guys, just so it don't look so bad as you turn into the street, basically. I'm sure it's probably all the way along, but as I said, it isn't my plan today to go and do this. It's probably not my plan ever again. I've done my share of this. It's a thankless task, I think is the words we're looking for. A thankless task. So obviously the residents don't give a shit about it. That's as sure as night follows day, they don't. So as I said, I'll just put it tidy a little bit so it doesn't look like an absolute storm. Then what I'll do, I'm going to cross back over the road, and then I'm going to make my way down to the flyover, which I've probably got about 200 yards to go, and then I'm going to cross back over to this side and just have a tidy up around that bus stop, guys. So I'll finish this off camera, guys, but I thought I'd have a little go at it just to make it a bit tidier. So I will see you back on the other side in a short tick. Guys, I'm on to the last grass segment, but it is just a horrific. I'm not enjoying this at all today. Look, it's just millions of pieces everywhere, just absolutely shredded to hell. Look at it. So I'm just concentrating on the bigger bit, guys. Hopefully some of it will rot down over the next few weeks. We might have to have a better attempt at it in a couple of weeks' time when I'm back this way. This is just mind-numbingly, this is depressing, to be honest, even for me. This is just depressing. I've just no idea why the council do this. The arguments we've had with them over the years about just cutting the grass before you mow it, you know, litter picking it, I mean, before you mow it. I mean, look at this. It's just absolute. There must be 100,000 pieces of litter here. There must be 100,000 pieces of litter. I kid you not. I mean, how am I supposed to pick this up? Hey? How am I supposed to pick this up? My hand is killing me. My wrist's hurting me, actually, just from repetitive strain. I must have picked up 2,000 little pieces. I've barely dented the surface. So I said it'll just be a matter of guys, of getting the biggest bits I can and moving on, and just closing my eyes and forgetting that the rest of it don't exist. I think it's crazy. Anyway, what I was going to say to you guys, I've been wanting to share this with you for a bit. So as you know, I'm into things engineering, and I'll probably speak about that maybe later. Maybe a few bridges to go up on the video again. But I'm also into like astronomy and looking at the stars and how insignificant really in the universe. And I found this little picture on the internet about the 3 stars in Orion's belt. If you're not familiar with the constellation of Orion, you see it between sort of, well, I suppose it would depend, but from my perspective, I see it from about December through to about March. Not too low in the sky, but certainly not high in the sky. If you're in Dallas, go on Barry, go on Barry. If you're in Dallas, it'd probably be higher in the sky because they're a lot more south. If you're in like, I don't know, North Africa, again, it'll be higher in the sky. If you're in Scotland, it'll be really low in the sky. That'd be really low in the sort of late winter, early spring sky. So Orion's belt's got the big star in it called Betelgeuse, or Betelgeuse as people like to call it nowadays. And that might be going supernova. It might have gone supernova, as it's 600 odd light years ago. It might have gone supernova. If we see the explosion in the next 10 years, that means it went supernova 600 years ago, basically. That's how long it will take for the explosion to reach us, the light. Because obviously it's got to travel 600 odd light years. And that's basically how it works. So if something's 10 light years away and it exploded on December the 1st, 2025, we'd know about it basically in 2035, because that's how long the light would take to reach us. So with this constellation, with this in the constellation of Orion, you've got Rigel, which is a big star at the bottom, and you've got Betelgeuse, which is a big star at the top. And as I said, that's the one that's going to go supernova, they reckon, at some point. The three stars in the middle of Orion's belt are a little bit less known than some of the ones on it, and the three stars are called Alnitak, Anilim and Mintaka. Now I'm going to put this picture up now, guys. If you actually look carefully, you can see our sun at the bottom of the middle star, and that's how big these stars are in comparison to our sun. So there's three huge stars that sit in, they make up the belt of Orion, and they're not sort of as well known, I suppose, as far as their names are. But when you actually see how colossal they are, and you just look at the picture, which I'll leave up just a tad more, guys, you just think to yourself, wow. Now, they only appear in a straight line from our perspective, guys. They're actually hundreds of light years apart from each other. They're not sort of lined up like that. It's just when we look at them from our perspective from Earth, they just appear to be in a straight line together, but they're not. So they're just spread all over the shop. But as I said, they just give you that illusion from our perspective that they are all together. So if you didn't know much about that, I hope you enjoyed that little lesson, should we say? Let's call it a fact. Let's just call it a fact for argument's sake. So yes, guys, I'm just going to keep concentrating on picking up these bigger bits, or these bits of plastic, and these little bits I'm just going to leave. So in the meantime, what I want to do is just get up to the traffic lights here, guys, and cross the road, and that's probably where I'm going to finish off today. And as I said, what I will do is add what I do on the way home as well. I'm going to walk down, probably got about 3/4 of a mile to walk home going the long way. I just want to walk down one of the alleys and whatnot. Let's get that. I missed that bit by looking up. So, I mean, I've not done bad. So far I've got 6 bags. 6 bags of these little bits. It's probably tons and tons of litter. Just thousands of pieces, but I just feel like I'm not getting anywhere with it. When I look back and it still looks like it's been snowing because of all the shredded litter, it's a little bit depressing, to say the least. Right, guys, I've got 2 bags behind me. That takes me up to 6 bags for today. This alley that I've done on a few videos, which isn't really part of my chore today, but I'll just do this as a token gesture because I wanted to show you the alley is relatively clean. I've never seen it really this clean. So although there's some little bits, it's relatively clean. I'll tell you what I'll do quickly, guys. Just seen a couple of little bits I'll just pick up just because I'm here. So but by the standards of this alley, it's very clean indeed. This was on one of my, I think this was on one of my 15-minute challenges just before this series started. Get me teeth in. I nearly choked there on myself. I cleaned it up. If you remember, if you watched the video, there was a big pile of crap here. I remember it well because I thought, I'll go and do a 15-minute challenge just to break up the monotony of the videos. And I just remember getting here and thinking, oh God, look at that. But yeah, by this alley standards, guys, it's relatively clean, and now it's a little bit cleaner. So what I'm going to do, guys, just cross the road. Might as well use this crossing, and then what I'm going to do is just pick up a little bit of crap. I'm just not going to take the trolley, I'm just going to leave it over there for the minute, and then just bring the bags to it when I've done it. Just left my trolley over the road. I've only brought 2 bags with me. I mean, this is just a litter pick in itself. This alleyway and this grass to the side of me. I did do it once on a video. Can't remember what it was called. It was before Christmas last year. I think it was called an adventure in Harlington or something. But yeah, look at the state of it. Look. So I've only got 2 bags on me, guys, so I'm just going to do 2 bags worth. Probably get 10 bags down here if I wanted it. Look, absolutely filthy, disgusting filthy. So I'm just going to get the worst of it, guys. So in the meantime, guys, what I will do is just do my film review for this video. So I'm going to call it a day once I'm here. I will walk back though and get some more litter. And then what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to put up on the screen, Loz, what I do going back, and I'm going to add that to the bag total. So by the time I've finished here, I'm probably going to have 8 bags for the video. But as I said, I could get up quite a few going home as well, guys. I'm going to fill these bags to capacity. In the meantime, let's do my film review, guys. So I watched the film recently, about 2 nights ago, and it was called, let's turn around, put up the icon, Loz, icon. It was called Ed Kemper. Ed Kemper. Let's keep litter picking, guys. So Ed Kemper. So when I put this film on, I thought it was like an old B movie. It was a right old load of toilet, and I just didn't know what I was getting involved in, and there was all these flashbacks to his childhood. But it started off by this young man shooting these 2 old people out basically in a house. What's going on here? And then basically what it was there's hundreds of bits here, guys. I'm gonna just get these 2 bags worth and call it a day. They're lucky that I'm doing this. So what it was sorry guys, just got distracted. Look at this along here, this grass line. I think what I'll do is I'll just fill this bag, and then I'll use the other bag just to do that grass line, guys. I think I can get the majority in that. So where was we? Oh, Ed Kemper. So yeah, so it starts off with him shooting these 2 people, and it turns out they were his grandparents, and this is all based on a true story, guys. So this Ed Kemper was about 6'8" tall. It takes place in the 1970s. It's based on a true story, as I said, and I had to stop the film just to look up what I was watching, because as I said, I nearly turned it off after 20 minutes. It was like a really cheap B movie, and I thought, this is doing my nutting. This is doing my nutting. But I'm pleased I stuck with it, because although it was a bit violent, and you know, you think, oh, it was a true story, these poor girls were just, he ends up, I think he killed 6 young ladies in the United States. He also killed his grandparents before that. And then he kills his mum and his mum's friend. Now, if you watch it, I will just say it is horrific. I'm not going to recommend anyone watch it, just purely for the fact that it's just so horrific. But if you do watch it, stick with it, because as I said, it was basically, it's a true story. So I looked it up on Google, I put his name in it, and I thought, this Ed Kemper, what's this all about? And it sort of just intrigued me to stick with it, and as I said, it got very, very, very brutal, to say the least. So I'm going to leave this bag here, guys. I'm going to walk it across the road when I'm done. And what I'm going to do is walk back, stand on that grass there, and then walk back again. As I can feel stuff under my feet, I've only got one more bag on me, and there's way more than one more bag here. This is a litter pick in itself. It is filthy going back. You won't see so much of it at the moment because of the long grass, but trust me, it's absolutely horrific here. By horrific, I mean horrific. I think what I will do when I come back in 2 weeks' time, someone hasn't won the lottery. They just throw all their flipping lottery tickets in the long grass. Look. Dickheads. Oh, a misuse of the verbal moralities, guys. A misuse of the verbal moralities. So let's just finish off, guys. So this film, Ed Kemper, yeah, I'm not going to recommend anyone watch it, just due to the fact that it's based on a true story. But if you do want to put yourself out to watch it, then just be prepared for graphic violence. But yeah, poor girls lost their lives to this absolute fruitcake. So it just, you know, I don't want to glorify him by any means, but I mean, I know what I'd do to the bastard. Lock him in the bleeding room with about 10 men with baseball bats. Give him exactly what he deserves. That's my form of punishment. Anyway, guys, so Ed Kemper, all right? I'll leave you to decide if you're going to watch it or not. This long grass is tying up all my stuff here. Look at it, guys. It's a litter pick on its own. I wish I brought another bag, actually. I can't be asked to go back over the road, though, now. Keep crossing the road. I mean, what possesses people just to chuck their shit in here? I've had a moany old litter pick today, guys, but I just feel like I've got every right to moan. Right, guys, I'm just going to keep persevering for a bit and get what I can. Look at it though, guys, this is what I'm fighting. I'm fighting a massive battle here. It's filling me up. Look, and there's more than what I've got bags for. Leave me to it, guys. I'll just do my best. Right, guys, I feel like I've been a little bit defeated on this litter pick today. Yeah, this is just between us. I feel I'm a bit pissed off, to be honest, because I couldn't get all that stuff that's been shredded, but it's just an impossibility. I'd need me, Chili, Walk Litterless, and probably a few others to get it all, and to put several hours aside to get it all as well. So I'm not going to beat myself up over that, but I'm determined not to be beaten by this at least. So I've come out with a renewed sense of vigour to finish this off. I told you it was horrific. So I walked over the road, I dumped the first 2 bags that I've just picked up on this side here. And I've got 3 more bags if I need them. I won't need 3, but I've got them just in case I need them. So apologies if the video is a bit longer today. I think I'm going to fill... Oh, yeah, bugger. I think I'm probably going to fill 2 more bags, which will mean that it's 10 bags. So for the video, and then however many I get going home, which I'll flash up again right now, that will be the bag total for today. And then what I'll do, I need to change this, it's heavy. Just bear with me guys, let me change this bag. I just left that bag that side of the fence guys. So as I was saying, it's going to be 10 bags for this video, plus however many I get going home. So whatever the total is today, it's been a healthy one, even if I do feel a bit aggrieved at the fact that I just couldn't get all that shredded stuff. But doing this has made me feel a lot better. So I've not got far to go guys. Probably not been done since I was here on that adventure in Harlington video that I released, probably, I think I released it back in November last year. You'll have to go and check guys, I can't remember. I've lost track of them all, to be honest. Half the time I don't even know when they're getting released now. I just start getting a load of emails saying someone's commented on your post. Oh dear. And I'm like, oh right, okay, have I released a video? Right, I feel better for getting this bit done though guys, this bit's clean. There you go. Just a handful of bits to go. There you go, lovely. Lovely jubbly. Dropped the bag on the floor here. Just reach and get it. Oh, dropped two on the floor. Oh, you bloody things. Right guys. At least I've won that battle. I'll meet you over the road guys for our summing up. Right guys, I've put 2 fresh bags on the trolley. There's 6 bags. So I finished that bit off across the road as you've seen, turning round quickly, not getting killed to death. I've come along this grass section along here guys for about 350 meters, and obviously the little cubby hole over the road as well. So let's get back over. So 10 bags in total guys, 6 here and 4 up the road, and then whatever I've got going home, which I've already put up on the video by now. So not a bad day's litter pick. As I said, I'm very aggrieved by this shredded stuff, but I'm just gonna have to learn to live with it today. So thank you very much for watching guys. What day are we on? 18. Day 18. Wow, 12 to go guys, still 12 to go. So I'm gonna go and have a nice cup of tea and my dinner. We've got Kentucky Fried Chicken tonight according to Mrs. O. So we've got Kentucky Fried Chicken and lots of cups of tea, which I'm gonna look forward to. And it just leaves me to say guys, thanks very much for watching again, and we'll catch you on the next one.